We were discussing about the chemical properties of alcohols. Almost all properties were done. Oxidation we were doing. Today we have to do the last property, that is dehydrogenation. I told you that oxidation of alcohols is also known as dehydrogenation. So this is similar reaction to oxidation. The same thing is going to happen here also. The same thing will happen here also. That we will remove two hydrogen atoms, one connected to O like this, RCH2, OH, H here, H here. So one H from here and one H from here will be removed and it will be known as dehydrogenation. So what is the difference between dehydrogenation and oxidation? Only the reaction conditions are different. In oxidation reaction we are using some oxidizing agent. Here we are using copper at 573 Kelvin. Okay. This is the condition. So the reaction when copper is used as catalyst at 573 Kelvin, then the reaction is dehydrogenation. Products are going to remain the same. In this case, when this alcohol is a 1 degree alcohol, so when 1 degree alcohols are there in presence of copper, they are converted into R, C, H, and this O will now have double bond. Okay. So RCHO, this is for 1 degree. If the alcohol used is 2 degree, this H will convert into CH3 or R we can write OH, H. Now this is a 2 degree alcohol. When 2 degree alcohol is present, in that condition again copper at 573 Kelvin, then again dehydrogenation will take place. One H from carbon and one H connected to O will be removed and we will get R, C. This O will now have double bond and CH3. Now this is a ketone. This is a aldehyde. Okay. So when 2 degree alcohols are oxygenated or dehydrogenated, then in both the conditions ketones are obtained. Okay. Now if it is 3 degree, then in that case what will happen? R, C, let it be also CH3 na? Instead of R we write here CH3, CH3, and because it is 3rd degree, so it will be, this H will also be a CH3 and OH in presence of copper at 573 Kelvin. This is a 3 degree alcohol. 3 degree alcohols do not undergo dehydrogenation, as we have studied that 3 degree alcohols do not undergo oxidation. Instead, in the first step they undergo dehydration. So water molecule will be removed. We can mark it like this, OH from here and H from any of the 3 carbon atom can be taken. So either we write here minus H2O or we can write here as a byproduct. So it will be C having CH3, CH3. This one will become double bond CH2. Okay, and plus H2O. Both will not be written together. Okay, either you write it in the product side or you write on the arrow as minus H2O. Any of the two things you have to write. So this will be the condition for dehydrogenation reaction with 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree alcohols. Okay, this finishes all chemical properties of alcohol. Okay, now see, when we were doing chemical properties of alcohol, we had done esterification reaction and we have done reaction in which bond between O and H breaks. So those reactions were given by both alcohols also, phenols also. We had seen this acidic behavior Alcohols were also acting as acids, phenols were also acting as acids, and phenols were stronger acid as compared to alcohols. Similarly, esterification reaction we had seen, it is possible with both. It is possible with alcohols also and phenols also. But rest all reactions which we have seen are only for alcohol. Now we will see the reactions which are possible only for phenol. Those reactions we have to see. Okay, so again I will make phenol here. Phenol, chemical properties. Okay, now this is phenol molecule. In case of phenol molecule, the reactions which involve cleavage of OH bond, these reactions were acidic behavior with metals. With Na we had done the reaction, and the reaction of esterification. So these reactions were possible for phenol because breaking of bond between O and H is easier. But when it comes to the second type of reaction, where the bond between carbon and oxygen is to be broken, these reactions again are not given by phenol. Why? The same reason, it has lone pair of electron, it undergoes resonance, and because of which in the next resonating structure what will happen, this lone pair on oxygen will come here to give it a partial double bond character. The double bond present here will shift on the corner, and the second structure we will have like this, negative sign here, double bond here, OH with positive sign here. Remaining two bonds as it is. So on, the remaining structures will be made. So now in this condition, because this bond acquires partial double bond character, hence nucleophilic substitution reactions are not given by phenol also, just like haloarenes. So this reason is applicable here too. Okay. So now if such reactions are not given, what are the types of reactions which are possible for phenol? Again, the group of reactions which are possible are electrophilic. If nucleophilic is not possible, then electrophilic. Substitution reactions. Okay. Now, electrophilic substitution reactions are possible for phenol. If you remember, in case of haloarenes, we had studied about two effects. One was minus I effect and one was resonance effect. And because chlorine atom was showing minus I effect and resonance effect was directing the incoming groups on ortho and para position, because in resonance effect, when chlorine is present, the electron density was increasing on ortho and para position. Okay. Now, in case of phenol, so what was happening due to this reason? Because of resonance effect, the incoming group was getting attached on ortho and para, but due to minus I effect of chlorine, the ring was deactivated, means the reactivity of the ring was decreasing. Hence, the reaction of haloarenes with electrophiles are occurring, but they are at slow pace. Okay. But now in case of phenol, OH group which is attached to the benzene ring activates the ring. Okay. First thing is that it activates the ring. Second thing is this, that it directs the incoming group where on ortho and para position. So OH group is having activating effect on the ring, and because of that the reaction electrophilic substitution reaction of phenol are very fast. And instead of mono substitution products means what? Either we are getting the product on ortho position or we are getting it on para position. Only one substitution is taking place. So instead of only mono substitution product in case of phenol, we also get poly substitution products. So how we get, we will just see. So the first reaction is nitration. We can write halogenation also. There is no order that every time first we have to write halogenation, then nitration, then sulfonation. We can start with nitration also. Okay. So in case of nitration, when phenol is treated with dilute nitric acid. See, in case of haloarenes, we were taking concentrated nitric acid, then only the reaction was taking place on ortho or para position, where para was the major product. Okay, here the reaction can also occur with the help of dilute HNO3, and when we are using dilute HNO3, in that case we are getting two products. This is ortho nitro phenol plus OH and O2, para nitro phenol. Two products will be obtained. Now generally, as a rule, we say that this molecule is more symmetrical, so always the para product is the major product and ortho product is the minor product. But in this case, the conditions are reversed. The major product is ortho and the minor product is para. Why? Because of, I will explain here separately. When this O and H and N double bond O, single bond O. Okay. Within the molecule, there is a hydrogen bonding between O of nitrogen and H of phenol, OH group. This is known as intramolecular H bonding. Okay. So because intramolecular H bonding is present in case of orthonitrophenol, hence it provides extra stability to this structure. That is why it is major product in this case. While in case of paranitrophenol, if we see, hydrogen bonding is present in paranitrophenol also. See, I will make it here. OH group, N double bond O, another molecule of the same hydrogen bonding is present between the OH group of, this is first, this is second, OH group of the, in orthonitrophenol intramolecular H bonding, and in case of paranitrophenol intermolecular H bonding is present. Both have hydrogen bonding, but the type is different. Okay. Now one reason is this, that because of more extra stability, the product major which is formed is orthonitrophenol. Second important feature because of intramolecular H bonding is this, that orthonitrophenol is steam volatile. Steam volatile means, because see, we know that boiling point of any substance is higher if the bond between one and the other molecule is strong. Okay. So in case of intermolecular H bonding or paranitrophenol, we can see that this and this molecules are bonded to each other very strongly because of H bonding. But in case of orthonitrophenol, we see that because the molecule is bonded within itself, so there are less chances to have bonding with the next molecule of the same, because already it has made H bonding within the molecule. So because it is having attraction within the molecule, so it will attract the next molecule less, hence it is steam volatile. Okay, so it does not take much higher temperature to convert into vapors. Opposite to it, intermolecular, because of intermolecular H bonding, para-nitrophenol is not steam volatile. It has little higher temperature to convert into vapors. Okay, so this is the condition when we are using dilute HNO3. These reasons you have to remember, but the reaction main is this one only, which we have written. Now, second condition of the same reaction, that if phenol is treated with concentrated HNO3 instead of dilute, then what happens? Electrophilic substitution occurs on all the three positions, 2 ortho and 1 para position, and it forms 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, which is known as picric acid. The common name for this compound is picric acid. 2,4,6 trinitrophenol is formed if the acid used is concentrated. While we have seen in other case, that is haloarenes, that in presence of concentrated HNO3 only mono substitution was taking place, either ortho or para product was formed, but here substitution occurs on all three positions. This proves that OH group activates the benzene ring. Okay. Now nowadays it is there that because the yield of this is very poor, this reaction takes place fast, means the kinetics of the reaction is fast, but if it comes to the product formation, then the yield is very poor, amount of product formed is very less. So to increase the amount of yield, indirectly picric acid is produced. How indirectly? First treating it with sulfuric acid, so what will happen? Sulfonation will take place, and then after it is converted into sulfonic acid, then it is treated with concentrated HNO3 to give this product, and when it is formed in this method, means we are changing the route of the reaction, then the product obtained is higher. Okay, so the main reaction which you have to write is this only. Sometimes it may be asked that what is the alternative method to produce picric acid to increase the yield, then you should know that by first sulfonating and then reacting with acid, it can be converted into the same, but the yield will be higher. Okay, so the main reaction is this only. This is only side reaction. Okay, so this was all about the first reaction, that is nitration. Now I will come to second type of electrophilic substitution reaction, that is halogenation. Okay, in halogenation again two conditions will apply. Br2 if halogenation takes place in solvents which are non-polar like CS2, okay, or CHCl3 chloroform, and another way halogenation takes place in polar solvent like water. In both the conditions the product will be different. See, if you remember, Generally, whenever we are doing halogenation reaction, we are using here AlCl3. Okay. So AlCl3, why AlCl3 is needed? AlCl3 is must. I told you that whenever we are doing halogenation in case of electrophilic substitution reaction, AlCl3 or FeCl3 is always must. But here we are not using. Why? Because again the reason, phenol ring is highly activated. So the main purpose of using AlCl3 was what? To polarize this molecule, because this is a homonuclear molecule, means Br and Br is having no polarity, homopolar molecule. So to make it polar so that it breaks as Br positive and Br negative, we require AlCl3. Then only it is forming a electrophile which attacks on benzene ring. But because of high activity or high activation of this ring, the polarization takes place on its own and it attacks. So only polar solvents are, non-polar and polar solvent are sufficient to cause this reaction. So if CS2 we are using, which is a non-polar, then we'll get mono substitution products, para, bromo, phenol and ortho bromo phenol. Now here there is no such condition, intramolecular hydrogen bonding or intermolecular, so this will be major and this will be minor as always. Okay, it was a particular condition in that case. Now if a polar solvent is used to dissolve bromine, then in that case tri-substitution or polysubstitution you can call take place, and substitution occurs on all three positions. This is known as 2,4,6 tri-bromophenol. It is white PPT. So you can write it as a test of phenol. Okay. Whenever there is PPT or something color change, you can use the reaction to write as test. So this is one reaction where white PPT is obtained. Okay, and initially because bromine water is there, so the color will be reddish brown. Okay, so these are the conditions, two conditions we have seen for the same halogenation reaction. Now why it happens, just a reason, little reason to understand. Because of presence of polar solvent here, the ionization of phenol to form phenoxide ion takes place completely. The complete ionization occurs in solution, and because phenoxide ion is more resonance stabilized as compared to phenol, so the ring becomes more active and tri-substitution occurs. In presence of non-polar solvents like CS2, this ionization is suppressed, and when this ionization is suppressed, then the ring is little less activated, that only on one position substitution occurs. Okay, so this is about halogenation. Now comes third, that is sulfonation. Now the reactions are usual. Sulfonation, when phenol is treated with sulfuric acid concentrated, we say it is in the presence of actually oleum. Then electrophilic substitution occurs on ortho and para positions. Okay. Now it is 2-hydroxysulfonic acid. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-hydroxysulfonic acid. Now again, which is the major product in this case? This product is major at high temperature and ortho product is major at low temperature. Means when reaction takes place at low temperature, the major product which will be formed with will be this, and if the same reaction takes place at higher temperature, the major product will be this. Okay. So name I am writing 4-hydroxy and benzene sulfonic acid. Okay, so different conditions will make the product major according to the temperature. This is about sulfonation. Then the last is, fourth is Friedel-Crafts alkylation as well as acylation. In Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, the product are no different, they are same. That when phenol undergoes CH3Cl is there, then it will be a alkylation, CH3COCl we will use. So in same reaction I am writing CH3COCl, this or this, alkylation, acylation. Then the product will be formed in presence of AlCl3 anhydrous or FeBr3 phenol CH3 group will be introduced on ortho and para position, and if it is acylation, then OH COCH3 plus OH COCH3. These products will be formed. Yet the reaction as compared to the first three reactions we have studied, bromination, nitration and sulfonation, this Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation of phenol is little slow. Okay, why it is slow? Because this AlCl3, actually this AlCl3 or FeBr3 are electron deficient compounds. Okay, so when these are electron deficient, so they coordinate with the lone pair of oxygen which is present on phenol. So because of this coordination, what will happen? This electron is only responsible for giving the resonating structures and increasing the reactivity of this ring. If this is coordinated with something, then it will decrease the reactivity or activity of this benzene ring. So you can say that Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation of phenols are little less active as compared to the rest of the reaction, because the catalyst coordinates with the lone pair of electrons of oxygen. Okay, but reaction takes place and the products are formed, major, minor, major, minor. Okay, this is all about the electrophilic substitution reactions of phenol. Yes.
ये वाली reaction alkylation की acylation की.
See, if we are using CH3Cl, it is alkylation. If we are using CH3COCl, then it is acylation. This product, upper product is for alkylation, the lower ones are for acylation. ठीक है? Okay. Now the next. Now all four reactions, electrophilic substitution reactions are over. Now the other reaction. second reaction. The first was electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay. Next is Volbase reaction. Now what happens in this reaction? Phenol is first treated with NaOH, aqueous, then it forms sodium phenoxide ion. See, we made it react with NaOH, aqueous ONH to increase its reactivity. Though already phenol is highly reactive, but it can make compounds with only strong electrophiles, like we have seen in electrophilic substitution reactions. If we want to make it react with a weak electrophile like carbon dioxide, then in that case we want to increase its reactivity furthermore. So to make it more reactive, we have converted into phenoxide ion. Okay, this is phenoxide ion. So first step is to convert it into more reactive phenoxide ion, and then in the second step it is made to react with the electrophile, which is CO2. Now see, suppose I want to finish reaction in 2 steps, so I can write like this. First it will react with CO2, and after that it will react with acid in presence of water, because acid will act only in the presence of water. So 2 steps are to take place, so we can write the reagents like this on arrows. See, sometimes we write the reagents like this plus NaOH, sometimes we are writing on arrow. Okay, generally what we do on arrow, we write reaction conditions, catalyst, temperature, pressure. But when there are compound reactions, that time we do like this, that we write the reagents also which are reacting on the arrows. So it can be written like this. So 2 steps are to take place. After this the product will be COOH. This CO2 group will be introduced here, and this ONA, because of acid, will be converting back into OH. This is known as salicylic acid. The name of this acid is salicylic acid. We have made this before also. With this compound we had started. It is the starting material for making aspirin. Okay, salicylic acid. Then it is actually 2-hydroxy benzoic acid. 2-hydroxy benzoic acid. IUPAC name and common name is salicylic acid. So salicylic acid is prepared by using cold base reaction starting with phenol. Okay. Next reaction. Reaction with zinc dust. Zinc dust is used to reduce phenol. When phenol is treated with zinc dust, it forms benzene with ZnO. Benzene is formed, means phenol is reduced to benzene with the help of zinc dust. Okay, simple reaction, 1-step reaction only.
Ma'am, 2 minutes.
This one I am not rubbing. Okay, last reaction for today. We are writing oxidation of phenol. This is also 1-step reaction. Phenols are oxidized compounds which are known as quinones. Phenols, when oxidized, they form quinones or also known as benzoquinone in presence of strong oxidizing agent like chromic acid. Okay, weak oxidizing agents cannot do this. Chromic acid is what I told you, H2SO4 plus Na2Cr2O7. When these two compounds are mixed, it forms chromic acid, sodium dichromate and sulfuric acid. So this is oxidation. Okay, now only one reaction is left for this, that we will do tomorrow. Other than that, as for every chapter there are uses given, so uses I am just giving you in the notes. 1 page notes are there for uses, because nothing is there to explain in uses. You have just to read them, so that I am giving you in the notes. Okay, tomorrow we will do one reaction which is left, and then we will start with ethers. The second portion of the chapter is ethers, alcohol, phenols and ethers. So that we will start.